Hi, my name is Michelle Fondin, and I'm the author of The Wheel of Healing with Ayurveda, an easy guide to a healthy lifestyle. Did you know that my book is in English, Spanish, Italian, and Portuguese? Check it out. We're going to talk about Ayurvedic lifestyle in this series, and it's a series that's going to really help you to implement Ayurveda into your life. Today is step 1 on implementing an Ayurvedic lifestyle. Oftentimes, I get students that come to me and they say, Michelle, how can I integrate Ayurveda into my life? I like the concept of Ayurveda. I really enjoy the literature. It makes so much sense to me, but I really just don't know how to implement Ayurveda into my daily life. Do I need to completely change my diet? Do I need to throw out all my food? Do I need to go on a special exercise program? And what I say to them is that there are distinct steps that you can adapt and acquire into your life easily with little cost that will markedly improve your health and well-being. So the first step in implementing an Ayurvedic lifestyle into your life is to make the decision that you need to change. Really, that's the first step in anything, whether it's getting help with a psychotherapist for emotional healing, whether it's getting help for your relationships, whether it's time to lose weight or start an exercise program. You need to make the decision that now is the right time for you to make those changes. Ayurveda and an Ayurvedic lifestyle is going to look so different for you in the way of daily routine, seasonal routine, perhaps your diet. I don't know if you're eating healthy already, but there are certain rules and regulations as far as eating whole foods versus eating processed foods, and whether or not you're already meditating, doing yoga, and moving your body. So you need to make the decision that, yes, I'm actually ready to make these changes, and these are permanent lifestyle changes that you will adopt and take with you for the rest of your life. This isn't a quick fix. Ayurveda is not about quick fixes. Ayurveda is about going to the root cause of the problem, taking away those symptoms through rebalancing mind, body, soul, and spirit. And it's about those permanent changes that are going to take place in your day-to-day life. So Ayurveda is not for you if you're looking to have a really quick fix, or looking to lose weight fast, or looking to get rid of your anxiety in 1 minute. That's not what this is about. This is about permanent life changes. So make the decision and you'll be ready to start implementing Ayurveda into your life. The second thing you need to think about when adapting an Ayurvedic lifestyle is to suspend your disbelief. Many of us start to think about alternative forms of health when, in particular, a lot of these forms of healthcare were the original forms of healthcare, not alternative. Now they're called alternative. But originally they were original, meaning that Ayurveda is 5,000 years old. So it's not alternative. It's that this was a full-on medical system that was developed and implemented in India for thousands and thousands of years. So it actually works. So when you think about, well, I will try this, I'll see if it works, and if it doesn't work, that's fine. I've still got my prescription pills and my doctors and surgery to go to. I like to look at Ayurveda as more an integrative approach. The healthier you get, the more you can go away from Western allopathic medicine. But in the beginning, it's going to be a hybrid approach. In the beginning, it's really going to be Western medicine, about 50%, and Ayurvedic medicine, about 50%. And then you can move and slide that percentage more toward healthy living, Ayurvedic lifestyle. And you can perhaps wean off your prescription medications with the help of your doctor. So let's look at this as suspending disbelief and just knowing that Ayurveda does work. It has worked for millions of people throughout the centuries. And that knowing that Allopathic medicine is extremely young. It's only about 250 years old versus Ayurveda, which is 5,000 years old. And yes, we have modern science, and yes, we do all these sophisticated scientific studies. But the one thing that it does take away when we think about modern medicine is it does take away our common sense. Common sense says if something works and if something has worked, even if we don't have an expensive scientific study to show that it works, then try it. It works, and that's just common sense. If you take turmeric, for example, in powdered form, and you take it twice a day, and you notice the inflammation from your arthritis has considerably gone down and you have no pain, guess what? It works. You don't need a scientific study to tell you that your pain has gone away. Your pain has gone away. So letting go of that disbelief, letting go of that doubt, you really have to embrace this. Embrace Ayurveda with an open heart and make these lifestyle changes with belief that you will change, that your body will change, that your mind will change, that your spirit will change toward a more open-minded approach and toward embracing healing. Because truth be told, no one on this planet really knows how healing works. Healing is something that is extremely dynamic. And there are a lot of factors that go into healing, and it's not just one factor, not just one pill, not just one surgery. There are many factors that go into healing. So suspend your disbelief, open your heart, embrace this new lifestyle. The third thing you need to do when commencing an Ayurvedic lifestyle program is to understand the laws of nature. Somehow in our modern world, we have become so incredibly disconnected from nature. We think that we are far superior beings, and so we have put ourselves into these boxes, so to speak. We've put ourselves into these box homes with climate control. We've put ourselves into our boxed cars, which are also climate control. Then we put ourselves into these boxed offices where we have climate control, and we could spend all day, every day, never communing with nature, never touching nature, never feeling nature. Because of that, we've had such disconnect from the laws of nature. So the laws of nature say there are periods of rest and there are periods of activity. There's day and there's night. There are 4 seasons. Seasons change. There are trees become active in the spring and summer, and they become more dormant in the fall and winter. So you think about the sun rises and sets, the moon rises and changes phases, but we are intimately connected to nature because we are a part of nature. So you need to change your mindset in that I am completely separate from the universe and separate from nature and separate from everything that is. Now, how do I get better? Ayurveda says you are an integral part of nature. You emanate from nature, the very elements of nature. Therefore, it's a dynamic exchange between you and the laws of nature. Just as in every other creature on the planet, what makes us different? Absolutely nothing. The fact that we can think, it's causing us more harm than good. So understand that you are an integral part of nature and that you need to obey the laws of nature. That will help you tremendously. You really need to realize this. So we have these habits of having a light bulb, and so we stay up late. We have the flickering TV and we stay up all night. Well, the sun sets and says it's time to get ready for bed, and when the sun rises, it says it's time to wake up. But if you completely disregard the sun, which gives us light, life, heat, vibrancy, and you stay up all night, then you're not obeying a law of nature. So think about it that way. Think about, I really need, because I'm a human being, I'm a creature that comes from the earth, in the sense that I'm connected to this. Okay, I believe we come from God, whatever your beliefs. However, like, we are born into these human bodies, which have the building blocks of nature. We're a part of nature. So then because of that, we need to follow the principles and laws of nature. So that's something you really need to embrace. Ayurveda is an intuitive type medical system. So intuitive means that you feel your way through these laws of nature in order to regain access to healing. We've also become, as a consequence, disconnected with healing because we're trying to do it mechanically, and we're not mechanical beings. We're not robots. We're not computers. We're not TV sets. So, you know, you can fix those things with parts, and you can look at it logically and mechanically and say, okay, if this thing isn't working in the computer, then we need to replace it with a different part. Or we need to add some memory here. We need to change the battery. We need to change the power cord, or whatever the case may be. Humans don't work like that. So if you try to fix humans and work toward healing with that logical mindset, it just doesn't work. And that's why it hasn't worked. So embracing an Ayurvedic lifestyle is going to help you realize that unless if I obey the laws of nature and I use my intuition through this, then it's going to be really difficult for me to be able to heal my body, mind, soul, spirit. And the last thing is understanding the 5 building blocks of nature. And Ayurveda works through these 5 building blocks of nature. And I'm sure you've heard them in other Ayurvedic videos, or maybe you've read them in my book. And those 5 elements are space, air, fire, water, and earth. Space is called akasha. Space is the great big open space. It could be space in between your cells. It could be space within a room. Space, akasha, is pure potential. Then the moving quality through space is air. So air moves about through space, vayu, and then it creates friction, tejas, which is fire. So it creates that fire, and there's fire in the sky, right? I just mentioned it, our sun. There's fire within our bodies that keeps our bodies at a constant body temperature. And then from fire, we gain water. So the water element, jala, is in our bodies. It's 3/4 of our earth is covered in water. And 3/4 of our bodies, between 2/3 and 3/4 of our bodies, are also filled with water. So that water element is in us, it's around us, it's within our entire planet. So it affects us in many ways. And then the last one is earth, prithvi. So earth within our bodies are the harder parts of our bodies, the bones, the cartilage. It's also the lubricant force mixed with that watery force. So, and then earth, we have so much earthiness on earth. The trees, the bushes, the grass, the plants, the flowers, anything that is of substance on the earth, the dirt, the sand, is that earth element. So, and we consume food from the earth. So we are earth integrated into our body. You need to start thinking of things a little bit differently as you begin to adopt an Ayurvedic lifestyle. I wish you many blessings, and I will talk next time about the Ayurvedic mind-body types.